All right, guys. So I have a very, very, very interesting topic to talk about today that involves these guys who always seem to be getting themselves in trouble on the internet. Yes, I am talking about no other than Fresh and Fit. Now, listen, I know most of you guys have probably not heard of them. Okay, however, they are podcasters in which they're supposed to be in the whole red pill, manosphere, alpha male space, where they supposed to be teaching men how to get girls and how to be men and stuff like that, right? And selling courses and stuff. However, these guys have been exposed as fake and phony and fraudulent before, right? And I'll just say this, okay? I'm just one of those people that in general, when it comes to, you know, these people who sell these courses on how to be a man, how to get girls, I just look at it like this. The only person that can teach you how to be a man is your father, right? Or some type of father figure, preferably a family member, an uncle, somebody that you grew up with. Those are the only people that can teach you how to be a man, in my opinion. And when it comes to getting girls, hey, it's about what you look like, your personality, and how much money you have, right? And, you know, values and stuff like that. I think that's what the gist of it comes down to, okay? However, there are people out there that sell this idea that there's a formula on how to get girls, or that, you know, they can teach you how to be a man, right? And these guys have been exposed multiple times as fraudulent, okay? And this time, though, they're getting backlash, not necessarily for being fraudulent, because they're being accused of being racist. Yes. The mob has come after them because they said that they don't date black women. They don't want to date black women, and a whole lot of people got mad about them saying that. So that has led to a ton of responses to those comments that I want to respond to, because the whole point of this video is that you can't fight alleged racism with more racism, okay? That's the point of this video. But before I get into that, I actually want to play the clip of these two having this discussion in which they explain why they don't like black women, why they don't want to date black women. Take a look.
What about the black dating app called Black?
Oh, it's funny. I never used that one, bro. But hey, man.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
Man.
We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
Okay, so last one, guys.
Yeah, so a lot of people didn't like that. A whole lot of people did not like that, okay? Because they felt like they were being racist when they said that, right? They said, you know, terms like, I'm not a night rider, right? Which I've never heard before, okay? I'm not down with the brown. They use, you know, terms like Shaniqua to describe, you know, black women and whatnot. Again, a whole lot of people were upset about that, okay? And that generated a whole lot of backlash because of what they said. Now, keep in mind, these two guys aren't exactly like, you know, black. The dude, Myron Gaines, he's an Arab, okay? He's from Sudan. And the dude, Fresh Prince CEO, that's what he calls himself, Walter Weeks, he's from like Barbados or something, okay? So they're not, again, traditionally black, right? American black, right? So again, a whole lot of people felt some type of way about these comments, and this is their response to the criticism.
No one bats an eye when women say, I want a man that's 6 feet tall, makes a certain amount of money, blah, blah, blah. Those are considered preferences. But if I say, hey, man, I don't date black girls like that. Oh, God.
You hate black women.
How dare you?
You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
My mom's black. Your mom's black.
Yeah.
My sister's black. Like, bro, we just have a preference.
If we hated black women, would we bring African American women and black women on the show?
Okay, but
all the time.
The question.
Let me finish.
Okay,
we would
please.
not if we had an issue with them. Our dating preferences are our preferences. Just like you have the prerogative as a woman to date a man that makes a certain amount of money, a height, income, whatever it is. No one bats an eye. We are free to choose who we want to hook up with and date. Like, what the hell? Like, there's nothing wrong with having preferences.
All right, so you seen that, you heard that. And I want everybody to keep in mind that this all started because they kicked off a black woman rapper off their show. And then people went and started digging up old clips of them, you know, talking junk about black women. And that's why this kind of went viral, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm not defending these guys at all, right? Because these are people that, hey, quite honestly, I can't really defend, okay? But I will say this. I will say this. I definitely think that what they said is not something that I would have said. Okay, I would not have said that. I think there's ways to say that, hey, I just don't want to date black women without saying it the way that they said it. Okay, but me personally, I have no issues with black women. I have no issues dating black women. In fact, I have no issues dating any woman of any color or race. Right? I'm not really a race person when it comes to dating. I'm more of a personality, values, and shape type of person. You know what I'm saying? That's me personally. Okay. So I wouldn't say anything like that. But when it does come to dating, I definitely think that it is one of those aspects in life where I'm perfectly okay with people who want to discriminate, right? If they say, hey, I don't want to date a black man for X, Y, and Z reason, it doesn't really matter what the reason is. I'm just like, okay, fine. Like, I don't care what your reason is. Okay, I really do believe that when it comes to dating, it is perfectly okay to be as discriminatory as you want, because that is somebody that you're spending time with. That is somebody you're letting into your personal life. You are potentially looking for somebody to spend your life with, right? And if you don't want to be with that person because of their race, because of their, culture, because of their values, for whatever reason, I have no criticism of you for that, right? And I actually think that people that are criticizing these guys but for saying that, again, I understand what they said was, kind of disrespectful towards black women. Like, I can understand why people are mad. Again, not something I would have said, but I'm just thinking, like, this is the exact same argument that the LGBTQ community uses when men say, hey, I just don't want to date a trans woman, right? Because I don't want to date, biological men, right? They say that, oh, you're transphobic because you don't want to date a trans woman. It's literally the exact same argument. It's the exact same logic, right? They say, oh, it's disrespectful for you to say that you don't want to date somebody because they're, a biological man. It's the exact same thing. So again, I just find the backlash on this to be very, very interesting, considering how, again, this is the exact same logic that people use in the LGBTQ community to call people transphobic that don't want to date trans women, right? So this escalated to the point where they had to get the leader of the Black Panther Party, Mr. Malik Zulu Shabazz, right? This dude's middle name is Zulu. To set these guys straight, right? And doing this little rant on this guy trying to set them straight on being racist, right? A lot of people call him racist for not wanting to date black women. This dude is going to be even more racist, right? And what I find to be intriguing is how the same people that are upset with these guys for saying they don't want to date black women because they think that's racist, they're totally okay with the stuff that this dude is saying, which in my opinion is even more racist than what they said. Okay, so the whole point of this video for you guys and for YouTube moderators, because this, this rant here from this guy is going to go off the rails, okay? I'm going to tell you, he going to say some stuff that hey, ain't really all that YouTube friendly, okay? And I am condemning the things that this man is saying. I want people to understand I am condemning it. I do not approve of what this man is saying. That is the point of this video, okay? I want people to understand that before I get into this. So, without further ado, this guy right here that's going to be talking at the bottom left is going to try to set Myron Gaines straight on not wanting to date black women.
We got a nighttime show that we got here going in a second.
Okay, so we're going to get it real quick. As a student of Dr. Khalid Muhammad, I'm so sick and tired of athletes, entertainers, and those that make it, turning on black people and talking down to black people. It's clear that these two brothers, they just love them some women. They just love.
Bruh, again, I told you guys, it's pretty bad.
Love them some blonde haired, blue-eyed, pink-toed, pale-skinned, buttermilk complexion, ironing board backside, Caucasoid mutanoid, subjects have itch, white cave.
Wow. Bruh, that's literally top 5 most racist things I've ever heard in my life. Again, and that's the whole point of this video, is that how in the world can you be mad at these guys for being racist towards black women, but yet you come out here with this racist rhetoric towards white people? Like, what sense does that make? It makes no sense whatsoever. Again, these same people that claim they care about fighting racism so much, they seem to be the most racist people on the planet. Because again, if a white person, right, says something like this, that person would be automatically deemed a racist. You are a racist. Matter of fact, I think this dude actually might be classified as a racist by the Anti-Defamation League. Okay? But yeah, if a white person said something like this, everybody would agree, okay, this is racist. We have to condemn this. You can't say stuff like this. Right? I'll put it this way. You shouldn't say stuff like this, okay? But this guy says it, and you have people that are like, oh, yeah. He set them straight. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. While at the same time complaining about these dudes being racist because they don't want to date black women. It blows my mind. It blows my mind.
And it's a shame. Myron, I call Brother Myron the Sambo from Sudan. I'm hoping that he hasn't been bit by the white Arab disease that teaches that the white Sudanese is better than the black Sudanese. I heard Fresh say that one of his parents was black, but we don't know about the other one. And so we in the new Black Panther Party, and I, Malik Zulu Shabazz, I want to say I love the black woman. I want to say that the black woman is the queen of the planet Earth. She's the mother of civilization. That the black woman is the goddess of the universe.
All right. Bruh, this is where a lot of these dudes lose credibility. This is where a lot of these dudes become super corny to me. When they get on that whole black woman is God stuff, bruh, I'm just like, okay, these guys are the problem, right? You're part of the problem, okay? It's nothing wrong with saying, hey, black women are desirable too. Right? Nothing wrong with that. But what you don't do is start to say, no. Black women are God, right? They're, the creators of the universe and all that stuff. That, in my opinion, is the corniest, most simp behavior I've ever seen in my life, right? It really annoys me, okay? Because it just shows you that some of these guys really are, kind of caught up in this whole, like, black nationalism thing. Where, they feel like they have to put, these women on a pedestal, right? And I don't think that's something we should be doing. The problem with the black community is not that the woman isn't strong enough. It's that the man ain't strong enough, right? So you putting the black woman on a pedestal and saying that she's God and the creator of the universe and all this other stuff. What you're essentially doing is saying, hey, yeah, black women run the black community, right? Black women are the man. They're the head, right? That's what you're saying. When no, you really should be putting the man on a pedestal. You really shouldn't be comparing anybody to God, right? First and foremost, but I'm just saying, these people don't talk about men like this the way they talk about women. And I think it's the corniest thing I've ever heard in my life is when people say stuff like this, right? You lose a whole lot of credibility when you say stuff like this. He lost credibility when he went on that racist rant. Now this dude talking about the whole black woman is God thing, bro. I tune anybody out that says stuff like that. It is one of the most annoying things I've ever heard in my life.
She ain't just somebody we may just happen to want. She is not just our preference. She's all that we want. We don't want nothing else but the black woman.
Speak for yourself, bro. Speak for yourself. Right? What is wrong with having a preference? One, because obviously this dude has a preference, right? He says, I only want to date black women. Which, again, in my opinion, what he's saying is that, black women, are, I guess, superior to other women. Which, if what these guys are saying is racist, then what this dude is saying is racist about other women that are not black, right? And I don't understand why people are so concerned about other people's preferences and who they want to date. I really don't understand. Again, I'm not defending any of these people, right? I'm just simply, as a third-party observer, just commenting on the buffoonery on both sides of the aisle here, okay? Because this guy right here, again, is trying to fight racism with more racism. That's what he's doing. And you can't do that. You can't do that. People's preference, I don't understand why people get upset when people say, I don't want to date a certain race, or that I only want to date a certain race, right? Just like this dude said, I only want to date black women. Hey, more power to you, bro. I have no issues with it. But you can't be mad at this dude for saying that, hey, I don't want to date black women when you say you only want to date black women, right? Again, it blows my mind. It's just clownery on both sides here.
And one day we're going to put a stop to this. As Khalid Muhammad said, that one day we will come to that stage and that microphone and these black movement will snatch you off that goddamn stage for talking and dogging our people and dogging the black woman out. We love some chocolate black women. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Oh,
that's
my
all
God.
we want to hear out here. And then, as I conclude, to say that everybody has suffered. This brother over here looking like he's a black Olmec, brother Fresh. He looking as black as tar, talking about he may date a black woman. If you didn't have probably some money, no woman on the earth would touch you, including the black woman. We can tell you ain't had no women. And so, come on, brothers, wake up. If you're going to be an entertainer, be a revolutionary entertainer. If you're going to do something, be like Paul Mooney, man. But stop being a Sambo and a Tom and a bootlicking tool for the Klan and white racism and white supremacy. And that's what I'm like. When are you going to stop, brother? Because if you don't stop, the new Black Panther Party is going to have to stop you.
Okay, so again, this dude Myron is probably pissed, right? He's probably pissed. Oh my God, because this dude is basically making threats, right? That's basically what he's saying. If you don't stop, expressing your opinion, the Black Panther Party is gonna have to put you in your place. That's what this dude is saying, okay? And he's talking about like what this dude is saying, what Myron is saying is white supremacy. It's this, that, and the other. Again, essentially what he's complaining about is is racism, right? It's racism towards black people, right? That's what he's talking about. And if you say things that they don't agree with, right, then you're Uncle Tom, you're, this, that, and the other. All the other stuff we hear all the time, right? But again, I think there's buffoonery and clownery here on both sides because I just find it interesting how people can defend the comments of somebody like that, right, who's obviously an extremist, who's obviously a black nationalist, saying equally, if not more racist things than these dudes did. Right? But yeah, they want to get on these dudes for simply saying, hey, I just prefer not to date black women. They said it in a way that was obviously disrespectful and derogatory and not considerate. I understand that. Again, not something I would have said. Okay. But is the way to respond to that with more racism, right? Is that the way to respond to it? Because at the end of the day, these dudes refusing to date black women. Why does it matter? Right? It doesn't matter at all. Some people say, well, they use black women on their podcast. They benefit from black women. I'm like, okay, well, hey, listen, here's the thing. Those black women chose to come on that podcast. They're getting something out of it. These guys are getting something out of it. It is a business transaction, which goes to show you when it comes to capitalism, race goes out the window, right? In regards to getting money, okay? All that racism stuff goes out the window. Both parties are benefited. So why does it really matter? Right? It doesn't matter who these dudes prefer to date and who they don't prefer to date. Again, not defending their comments. What they said was stupid, right? Not something I would have said, but at the end of the day, I really don't understand all the backlash, and I especially don't understand the racism on top of the alleged racism in order to try to rectify their behavior. I really don't get it, but I just found this situation to be fascinating. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.